Hi, here we are again to talk about the introduction to woven fabrics and concisely to fibers. In this occasion, we are going to talk about fiber properties. Okay? When we introduced the fibers classification, we saw that one of the properties that we could observe was the difference in color. But obviously, the difference in color is something regarding to fashion, but it's not something really important to the properties of the fabric or the properties of the fabric. Okay, so when we talk about fiber properties, what is really important are, for example, the length, the fineness, the traction resistance, the static electricity, and we have many other properties that we could be talking about. But in this occasion, as we are focused on defects, we are going to define the main properties that would deal into defects for fabrics. In this case, we can talk about the length. Okay, here we can observe the red fiber that we have been observing during our slides, but in this case we could say that it's staple fiber. In this occasion, we've got a fiber with a beginning and an end, and we've got a defined length. Okay, on the other way around, the other image is showing us a glass fiber where it's made of filament. Okay, this filament means that we've got the fiber with a beginning, but the end is as long as, for example, the yarn where this fiber has been included, right? So this is the difference that we've got in the length. Okay, we've got staple fibers and we've got filaments. Inside staple fibers, we can find that there are different common lengths. Okay, we've got the length that is mainly similar to the cotton length. Okay, about 30 millimeters, more or less, and we've got a longer length, for example, like the wool fibers, right? So this is one of the properties. Another property would be the fineness. Okay. Here we can observe that we've got a thin fiber or a fat fiber. Okay, both of them are wools, but they are not with the same width. Well, we can observe here a representation that we've got fatter fibers and thinner fibers. And this is something that is going to create an influence, for example, in the touch of the yarn and obviously in the touch of the fabric. It's going to influence in the air permeability, water permeability, and nowadays we can find that we've got fibers, microfibers and nanofibers according to the dimension of its fineness, right? About traction resistance, it's also an important issue because this is going to define mainly part of the applications in the yarns, okay, and in the fabrics. This means that if we've got a resistant fiber, for example, like an aramide, we can use it for technical purposes. But if we've got a conventional fiber, for example, the traction resistant is enough to produce jeans, but, for example, not to produce any technical garment. Another issue would be the static electricity. Okay, here we've got an effect in which we can observe that there is a child in which the hair has been with a lot of static electricity. Okay, this is a property of fibers. We've got fibers which are not electrically conductive, and this means that those fibers are going to accumulate static electricity. So this means that during the weaving process or even during the spinning, this static electricity is going to create many problems, okay? And those problems could deal into a defect for the fabric. About other properties, okay, we've got properties classified into geometrical, chemical, physical, and other kind of groups of properties, okay? But we can observe that there is also differences in cross-section, in the crimp, in the surface aspect, in the widenesses, okay, in thermal properties, optical properties, densities. we've got a wide variation of properties which can be attributed to the fibers, okay? But in this presentation, we only wanted to focus your attention on the fact that every fiber has a different behavior, and this is going to define each application, okay? So here you can find some of the acknowledgements for the images that I used in this presentation, and with this we finish the explanation for fibers properties. I wait for you in the next videos.